a look into a new club for students who are substance-free.
Also, Greek Life is holding a walk for a great cause. Find out how you can get involved.
And we have the details on another change coming to the university over the next year. We have all that and more on STN2. Thank you for tuning in to STN Channel 2 News. I'm Susie Hunter.
And I'm Rachel Sisto.
There's a new group on campus called Hawk Life, which helps students lead substance-free lives. STN reporter Chris DeGray went to find out more.
So Hawk Life is our new recovery community on campus. It's a support group for students who've struggled with alcohol or drug abuse and are now living a sober life, ones that are considering, cutting down, living a sober lifestyle, or those who are just not interested in using alcohol or drugs.
This group is new this year and was tested out last year with a pilot group of about 4 people. They had a couple meetings in the beginning of the year to plan, and then the group was launched.
So I thought, a recovery community on campus would be really helpful for those students who really want to meet other peers that don't want to use.
Hawk Life received a grant to help students by starting this group.
We're really lucky that we got the grant from Transforming Youth Recovery, so we have some seed money to get program community building started.
This organization is a social support group that'll help people meet other students who share the same beliefs as they do and learn that they are not alone.
It is to help them succeed in school. It's to help them realize that they don't have to keep the old group of friends that are potentially triggering for using again.
The group does social activities together, including going to a ropes challenge course with UConn's recovery community. In the future, they hope to co-sponsor prevention events with other organizations on campus. Chris DeGray, STN Channel 2 News.
Hawk Life meets on Tuesdays from 12:15 to 1:45 in Hilliard Room 128. And if students have a problem with alcohol or drugs, they can always make an appointment with CAPS, which is located in GSU room 313 or at a Hawk Life meeting.
As a part of Hawktober weekend, the cross-country and track and field programs will be hosting the Hawktober 5K. The race will loop around campus and is open to the university community and the general public with an entry fee of $25. The race, which is open to both runners and walkers, will take place Sunday, October 18th at 10 a.m. and begin behind the Sports Center.
Members of Greek Life here at the University of Hartford have come together in support of breast cancer awareness and have raised over $1,100 to donate to Making Strides Connecticut chapter. Over 200 shirts were created that feature Cancer Sucks and feature a pink ribbon logo on the front, and all of the money earned will be donated. Members of the Greek Life community will be sporting their shirts at Making Strides Against Breast Cancer Walk in Bushnell Park on Sunday, October 18th.
In addition to the Mortenson Library, Jenger Student Union is also expecting some renovations in the future. STN's Joseph Shanklepore has more.
While the library planning is entering its final stages before construction begins, the renovations on GSU are not as far along, with facilities only having a general idea of what needs upgrading. Norman Young says, quote, "We're going to develop a plan. What I can tell you is Jengers has a lot of mechanical issues, air conditioning, heating, things like that need to be upgraded. There really hasn't been an upgrade since the building was built in the mid-60s, so there's a lot of work that has to be done behind the scenes." In addition to those mechanical upgrades, the building will also be enhanced with ideas from students. Young says, quote, "We've already had a consultant. We brought in a consultant last year from another college that runs a student union, and this person went through and asked a lot of questions of students, so we kind of got a starting point of what people would like to see Jengers be. We have a lot of work to do. We have to talk to a lot of others." In order to keep their planned schedule for finalizing designs and bringing in contractors during the spring semester, facilities needs to have a plan in place by January. Young says, "If we go much longer than January, we risk losing some of the summer months, which at Jengers is really the only time we're going to be able to do the renovations. Jengers is just chock full all the time during the school year. You can do pockets of renovations and room by room if you will, but we really need the summer, and we'd like to get the next 2 summers to do that $5 million worth of work. So in order to get this summer, I need to have a plan by January, and that's what we're doing." Joseph Shanklepore, STN Channel 2 News.
For more information on both the Mortenson Library and Jenger Student Union renovations, you can find out on our website, stn2.tv.
The University Art School will be holding a print workshop from the 26th to the 30th of this month, where 3 known print artists will work with those interested in this art medium. Chris Fritton, Tim Wengerstam, and Amanda Level will be creating limited edition prints with the help of interested students in the school's print studio. The school will also host a lecture for those three artists on Monday, October 26th at 10 a.m. in the Book Arts Room, where the artists will talk about their work and answer any questions. Sounds cool. I've never made a print before.
No, I haven't.
But you know
I
what?
can only imagine what goes into it.
We have anchored the news before because we are all alum right here.
Yeah.
Now we have Spencer with some weather.
Hey, Susie and Rachel. Well, this has been a very cold weekend. It's been getting colder and colder, and we're about to get some of the coldest weather of the semester so far. I'll tell you what that means for the rest of your weekend and what you should wear on your walk to school on Monday after the break.
Coming up after the break, we'll take a look at the first ever official TEDx event on campus.
And a university student was arrested over an image they took on Snapchat. We have the details.
Also, the university will be visited by a very successful entrepreneur. Find out who. Stay tuned to 2.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's not something you buy.
Or something you take.
In fact, there's only one way to get it.
It has to be given to you, freely.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape. Consent.
If you don't get it, you don't get it. It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad is cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
And now, your STN2 weather forecast.
Hey everybody, welcome back. It is cold. It is some of the coldest weather, as I was saying, of the semester so far. I'm Spencer Allen Brooks, back at it for weather. Now let's get a look at that video that we took earlier to show you how beautiful campus was. Roll the tape, go to it, let's go. Look at beautiful campus. It was so nice out today. And you know what? This nice weather is going to stick around if you like the cold. It's going to be sunny all week, just like it was today. But as I said, it was going to be cold. So let's go to those maps. Let's show you what's going on. Right now, it's 32 here in Hartford. Down in New Haven, 36, a little warmer down by the shore. And on Long Island, 38, where a lot of you are from. Let's look at New Jersey. A lot of you down there. Oh, the lows. It's going to be so cold. 32 in Trenton. That's crazy. In Hartford, it's going to be 28, below freezing. A fun fact. The average day for the first freeze of the season is on October 10th. So we're due for a freeze. Let's go to that next map. Sunday's high forecast. Tomorrow, 48 degrees. It's going to be a little chilly, but it's going to be clear and beautiful. So you're going to want to go out there, go to Talcott Mountain, take a look at all the foliage that we have. Let's take a look at that next map. And it's the 7-day. It's not a map. It's a lineup of the days. Look at that. Did I lie? I did not. Beautiful all week long, sunny days. It's going to be cold though, so for that Monday walk to class, do not wear flip-flops.
I would throw them out, actually.
Throw them out.
I would recommend it.
Sunday is going to be great weather for Netflixing and chilling. It's going to be very cold, so you might want to stay inside if you're not into going outside and looking at all the foliage that's out there.
Well,
I hope
Spencer.
that forecast filled 2 minutes. I don't know if it did.
Thank you for the Netflix and Chillcast.
Oh, no problem.
You know, we need it. I need to know when it's appropriate.
Have a great rest of the newscast.
Well, now we're going to toss it over to Caleb Alexander, who's live in front of Wild Auditorium. Caleb?
He's live.
Do I still look hot? Is it my turn? Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
I actually went live to several times from that walk.
This is your class, right?
Different work that's going on here at the university. All our speakers are faculty, as well as the 4 student speakers. And really it's the student speakers that I'm very excited about, because I found, you know, you'd be surprised what you guys can come up with if you're given the platform and given the chance to get the message out there. So it's a great showcase for all the research that's going on here, but also the caliber of students that we have.
Well, Tariq Farid, the founder and CEO of Edible Arrangements International, will be coming to the university on Wednesday, October 21st. Farid will be talking about how the American dream is alive and well, a part of the Rogo Distinguished Visiting Lectures program. The event is at 5 p.m. in Lincoln Theater and is free to the public, but registration is required. To register, you can visit anchoronline.org, and STN will be bringing you more on this event next week.
A now former University of Hartford student, Holly Salerno, was arrested on Saturday, October 10th after allegedly sending out a picture holding a gun to her chest and threatening 2 students on the social media app Snapchat. 2 victims printed out the threat and reported it to the Department of Public Safety, who then handed the report off to Hartford Police Department, who were able to convince the courts to issue a warrant for her arrest.
3 places she has homes: Waterbury, Fairfield, and in Norwalk. We tracked her down to Norwalk. I called her on the phone. She said it was a joke. I said, that's not a joke. We've had 3 school shootings in the United States that week. It's not a joke. It's a terrible error in judgment, and you're going to be in trouble. I advised her the police are involved, and then and it went from there.
She turned herself in and was booked for harassment of first degree and breach of peace, and was released on $50,000 bond. Salerno is scheduled to make her first appearance in court on October 21st and has been banned from both academic and residential side of campus. If any students see Salerno on campus at any time, they are told to contact public safety immediately.
On Tuesday, October 14th, University of Hartford's Vice President of Finance and Administration, Arosha Jayawikrama, announced the appointment of Andrew Hilberry as the university's Chief Information Officer. With over 25 years of experience, Hilberry brings a wealth of knowledge in strategic planning and IT governance. He will begin his new role as CIO on October 19th and will lead the Office of Technology Services team to help the university meet its strategic objectives by formulating a vision and strategy for the deployment of technology on campus.
University of Hartford School of Communications visiting assistant professor Nancy Cohen was reporting at Bernie Sanders' recent political rally in Springfield, Massachusetts. She was there reporting for National Public Radio and for New England Public Radio. Cohen was very excited to see many University of Hartford students come out and show their support for Bernie Sanders at this rally.
Well, if you've ever been interested in the world of television, STN's a great way to try it out. Whether you're interested in producing, advertising, engineering, reporting, photography, directing, graphic design, or sports, we have it all. Stop by our office in Jengris Room 120G to try it out.
And coming up, the university is changing the way that students can evaluate their classes. Find out how.
Also, we'll take a look at the first of 5 networking seminars. Find out what happened.
And more information on a school shooting that took place at a Tennessee college. We'll be right back.
And Shelter pets make super pets. Your new best friend will steal your heart, bring you happiness, and enrich your life for years to come. You can make a difference in the life of an animal. Adopt and bring home a shelter pet today. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
You're watching STN Channel 2 News.
In a campus email, the university's Faculty Senate announced the adoption of a new online course evaluation system, aptly named What Do You Think? STN General Manager Scott Roberts has the story.
We thought about the ease for students, the ease for faculty, what types of reports might be able to be exported and used for and by faculty in terms of how to, how it might impact and influence their teaching.
These and many other factors were taken into account as the university chose a new tool to replace their former and rather outdated course evaluation system.
You have to look at not just what the price is for the product, but also the administrative costs that you don't have to do, the Scantrons, the instruction sheets, all those envelopes, and those golf pencils. So if you factor all that in, I think it's a cost-effective move for the university.
And with this change, the university eliminates the use of 36,000 of these evaluation sheets in only one semester. Certainly a convenience for faculty members, but the tool also offers many for students as well.
You can do it on your smartphone now. No more little pencils. But you can also do them on your own time. You could do them at 3 in the morning.
With easier access to evaluate their classes, the hope is that students will in fact fill them out, but more importantly, give an honest and truthful opinion.
If you think that we do not take these seriously, you're wrong. We definitely take them seriously. Any effort you put into them is greatly appreciated.
We want to make sure that our students know the value of it in terms of helping us become better in bettering our courses for the students that come after.
Scott Roberts, STN Channel 2 News.
More information about the online course evaluations to come near the end of the semester. For more on the story, visit us at stn2.tv.
On Thursday, October 15th, an event known as Networkology was held on campus where students were given the opportunity to learn more about networking and developing their careers.
Here in the UT building in room 320, University of Hartford's Career Services and CETA have done a presentation on the basics of networking with speaker Ricardo Barrett.
Because now I get to go out into the employer site, I get to interview, they give me feedback, I'll get their cards, I work on my wrap-up statement, I work on my personal brand statement, and I actually get to see, hey, does this work? And unlike the regular interview process where I may interview with the employer and I may not get the feedback from the person because I didn't get the job, or I may get the job because, you know what, nobody else was qualified and they just need somebody to get the job, or there was
Networkology is a great way for students of any year to be able to get themselves out there and build their careers.
I think it's just getting people interested from the start of their experience here in CETA and at the University of Hartford. I know overall we like to take the freshman students and say to them, get involved right away. You don't want to be just involved in your coursework or studying in a lounge, things like that. While that's important, it's also very important to be involved in a club or an organization. Networkology is kind of a harmless way to start that sort of involvement.
Networkology will be holding 5 events throughout the year, which has been laid out for students to get to meet different people and listen to different guest speakers. A committee works with Networkology on various clubs and organizations. Matt Vega, STN Channel 2 News.
Now, if you missed this one, Networkology will be holding 4 more events this year, 1 in November and 3 more in the spring semester. For more information, visit stn2.tv.
Jonas Hampton, a graduate from the class of 2011, is celebrating as this year's winner of the Eversource Hartford Marathon. Hampton posted a time of 2 hours, 15 minutes, and 58 seconds to become the first men's winner from Connecticut in the marathon's 22-year history. It's also the first time since 1996 that a state resident won the title. Hampton was a member of the university's cross-country and track teams, setting a school record in the 10,000-meter run. Around midnight Wednesday, October 14th, 3 students were injured as the result of a shooting near Tennessee State University. After being denied entry to a college party, 3 gunmen opened fire on the party, which had between 100 to 200 people attending. One of the 3 injured students was reported in critical condition after being shot in the head, while the other 2 suffered minor gunshot wounds. The suspects are still at large.
Last week, UConn student Luke Gotti was arrested by the UConn Police Department after a drunken disturbance at their dining hall. This week, Gotti posted a video on his YouTube page apologizing for his actions. Gotti explained that he was ashamed of his behavior, and he directly apologized to Dave Robinson, who was the manager at the time of the incident. Robinson has not responded to the video, but another worker at the dining hall has released a statement accepting Gotti's apology and forgiving him. Which is nice because, you know, I did try that mac and cheese personally, and it is pretty good.
It sounds good.
He should still be a little sorry, you know.
I mean, if the mac and cheese is as good as it is, I'd probably do the same thing. Good afternoon and welcome to the Sports Desk. I'm Nick Drago. In order to prepare yourself for my return to the desk, expect 3 things. 1, a caw-caw. 2, a campus cooking reference, and 3, at least 1 FCC violation. Now, coming up, we got the results of the men's and women's soccer games as they were in action this week. Lots to discuss on STN, so stay tuned because STN Channel 2 Sports is next. Caw-caw!
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy. Oh, and she even talks to it. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
A runner on first base. Now the big guy comes up to bat, hitting .342 with 92 RBIs and 36 homers.
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
And now, your Channel 2 Sports.
And welcome back. The men's soccer team traveled up to Albany to take on the Golden Retrievers. The Hawks have been struggling in conference play, going 0-1-1 in their first 2 games. Now, this was not the result the Hawks were hoping for as they fall to UAlb 2-1. Albany came out firing in the first half. Jake Barros had a sweet goal as he scored a corner kick followed by a Leo Melgar tally. For Hartford, Rohan Roy scored his 2nd of the season in the 85th minute. Next for Hartford is a home game against Binghamton. Now, the men weren't the only ones in New York's capital. Going into the game, the Lady Hawks were unbeaten in America East with a 3-0-3 record. And indeed, the streak will stay alive with another Hawk Nation domination victory. Caw-caw! Caitlin Smallfield made the most of her lone shot on goal, finding the back of the net in the 76th minute to tie the game. With 8 minutes left in the second half, Haley Nolan scored her 2nd goal of the season to put the Hawks up 2-1. For Albany, Leanne Miller scored the lone goal for her Retrievers. UHA's next match will be the New Hampshire Wildcats right here at home. Rawr! Moving to the pitch, from the pitch to the green. Now it's the men's golf team traveled to Ellington, Connecticut to compete in the Connecticut Cup. Their first outing, in their last outing, the boys finished dead last in the NC State Wolfpack Fall Invitational. Whew! The men got back on track, finishing 6th out of a field of 16. TCU took home the victory after an impressive finish at 19 under par. There was a bit of a weird scenario, though, for second-place teams, as Dartmouth finished 2 under par, while Boston College finished 7 over. But the standings were calculated based on overall score, thus they both finished at 862 after 3 days. UConn and Bryant finished at 4th and 5th respectively. Colgate, Longwood, and Long Island, Brooklyn finished out the top 10. For the Hawks, Sean McNulty put the team on his back with 2 over par performance and finished tied for 5th out of the field of 87. Next up for the men is another trip to North Carolina to play the ODC/OBX Intercollegiate. Try saying that 5 times fast. Now, from one green to another, the women's golf team were in Hampton, Connecticut to compete in the Quinnipiac Fall Classic. The ladies had a stellar last outing, placing 2nd in the Dartmouth Invitational, and a decent outing for the ladies as they finished 6th out of 11. Now, Albany took home the W with an 86 par performance. Sacred Heart almost came back to win, but finished just short at 91 over. Central Connecticut finished 3rd, followed by Quinnipiac and Monmouth. Wrapping out the top 10 is Hofstra at 7, Fairfield at 8, Delaware State at 9, Quinnipiac's B team at 10. And Brooke Nethercott had a great performance for the Lady Hawks, finishing in 5th place with 231 total score. Next up for the women is a trip to good old PA for the Lehigh University Invitational. Now, pop question, what team has 0 wins this season? Well, for once, it's not the New York Jets, thank goodness. Actually, it's a volleyball team who had a huge game against the Stony Brook Seawolves just last night. However, the ladies wound up getting shut out 3-0. For the Hawks, Paulina Modestow finished for a lead in kills with 12 and also had 9 digs. Astrid Monqual had a stellar performance with 27 assists and 13 gigs, but could not get the W for her squad. For the Seawolves, Kathy, that's a name. Kathy Fletcher had a solid game with 11 kills and 9 digs. Also, Nicole Vogel was a real team player, finishing with 39 assists and 2 kills. Next up for Hartford is a home game against UMBC, where they will try to get their first win of the season. Ah, yes, October has arrived. Now, while most people think of this month as typically the leaves falling, dressing up for Halloween, and of course, pumpkin beer, for me, though, I like to look at October as baseball season, and while we will get to MLB in a moment, let's take a look at how Hartford's baseball team is. Recently, Baseball America featured the Hawks in its Recruiting Rank 10 More to Watch article, stating that the program is deemed to be between 26th and 35th in the nation. That's actually really good. Hartford is the only program in New England to be recognized for their recruiting class. Take that, UConn. And perhaps we'll be seeing some good days from the Blood Boys. Now, something's cooking in the kitchen, and it's not me making chicken bitlets on campus cooking. We're going to move away from Hartford sports and dive into the world of professional sports. You know what time it is, baby. It's another pause for the pros. The MLB playoffs have been heating up as the NLCS has finally been determined. New York Mets will be facing the Chicago Cubs in one of the most highly anticipated matchups in recent memory. The Cubs made it to the series after upsetting the best team in baseball, the St. Louis Cardinals, 3-1. The Mets had a tougher time getting past the Dodgers in 5 games. That's 3-2 in the series. This series should be very interesting as the Mets' dominant pitching staff will be going up against the Cubs' unstoppable hitting. Game 1 takes place Saturday night. In more baseball news, the ALCS is taking place between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Kansas City Royals. KC got a crucial Game 1 win, 5-0. The Blue Jays are trying to make it back to the World Series for the first time since 1993 and are currently leading their game because they're playing right now. It's 1-0. Blue Jays looking for, Kansas City looking for redemption after coming up short against San Francisco. Now, I know, talking about sports is nowhere near as fun as watching it is, but no worries, you're in luck, because Saturday at 7 p.m. the men's soccer team faces against the Bearcats, and after 7 years, I still don't know what a Bearcat is. And on Sunday, women's volleyball is facing UMBC at 1 p.m., so make sure you go out and support your Hawks.
So all of this is happening this weekend.
Oh yeah, lots to do this weekend.
We can see it right here during Hawktober weekend.
No doubt.
All this fine alumni here with us.
That's right. So get on out there if you can. All you alumni looking for something to do, great places to start.
Well, hey, it's going to be a great weekend. I have so much faith in it. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us. I'm Susie Hunter.
I'm Rachel Sister.
And I'm Spencer Allen Brooks.
Have a great night.